The holiday season is here, and for some people that is, super happy and exciting, and then for some it is a hard and difficult time. And I want to kind of talk about that. I know this is a finance channel, but I really kind of want to talk about, you know, while it can be hard, I kind of wanted to go through a story and kind of lay out something here because finances are such a personal thing. It's interwoven in kind of who you are. Your worth as a person is not dependent on your net worth, but money is such a personal thing to all of us that it is something important to kind of talk about. And so I kind of wanted to run through a quick story here of kind of what was going on in my life over these past few years, because honestly, it's changed a lot and it's continuing to change. 2 years ago, completely dead broke. My net worth was, I think, in the negatives, like at least like negative 10 or something. Not crazy. There's a lot of more crazier stories out there, but this is my story. I was dead broke about 2 years ago, almost 3 now, and barely enough money to get into my apartment. I had to lie a little bit. I didn't exactly lie on the fact that I had a job, but I did lie about how much money I actually had to my name. And luckily they lowered the rent, which allowed me to get into such a good apartment at $800 a month. So that was a very good situation. It took a lot of looking though. I looked at dozens of apartments. And I mean, it was almost a full-time job for at least a week of, if I wasn't working, I was looking for a new place to live. And so I remember when I first moved in, it was $800, all bills paid, and which was a super good situation. However, that $800 was difficult to come up with because I had just paid, I want to say it was like a $400 security deposit and first month's rent and last month's rent. I paid a lot of money, almost all the money to my name up front just to take care of it. And then I still had to get to work. But yeah, so 2 years ago, completely dead broke. I basically spent all the money to my name to get into this apartment. And I remember having, panic attacks at the grocery store, trying to figure out what I was going to eat, all the things I needed for my house, trying to find the cheapest food. And when Christmas came around that year, because I moved out, I think in November, a couple years ago, and that was a big time for me because I feel like I missed a lot of festivities and a lot of things I missed out on because I was working, and I couldn't get anyone a gift. It was a considerably hard time for me, and I know everyone has different situations, and some people I know this is YouTube, some people are going to hear all of this, immediately go to the comment section and say, you didn't have it that bad, or you were blessed to be in $800 rent, whatever. They're going to find reasons to speak down on my situation and my time. And so I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for anything like that. There is a point to this video, and I'll get to it shortly. But I just kind of wanted to speak on this because while this channel is about business and specifically personal finance as well, I don't want to take the person out of the personal finance. It can be really hard sacrificing time, that you could be spending with your loved ones because you have to work in what feels like a rat race that is just never going to end, especially if you're in a relationship or have kids, whatever it might be. Some people don't fully understand what it is like, and it's difficult, especially let's say if you have to work on Christmas or Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas, or you're having to pick up a second or maybe even a third job. It can be hard. Some combination of those things really makes it difficult, especially in this season. And so I want to speak here because I was in that, where I had to work on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and it was just difficult for me. And I want to inspire, but I also want to speak truth here. It's not going to be like this forever. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I know you're going through it right now. I know that it is very scary, and being wealthy seems like such, a faraway thought. And maybe you're in debt, maybe you're scared, maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck, whatever it might be. Maybe you're behind on retirement, whatever it might be, just overall struggling due to high cost of living, how stupid health insurance is, by the way. I was looking at my health insurance today. It is so astronomically high. Don't fully understand that. But the point of this video is to say that you can do it. I know it's super hard today when the holidays are around, it feels like it's the end of the world for some people because everything's so expensive. There's pressure from all different directions to get everything done. And I know that can be difficult. And I also know that you can do this. Focus up, let's get into this. Building wealth is possible, and getting out of debt and getting out of the hole is possible. And I want to challenge something here. Is I want to say, if your boss is making you work, the full week of Christmas, or you need cash and you ask for as many hours as you can, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna have you work Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas, whatever it might be. I want to challenge you on something. Regardless of what situation you're in, I could find 1,000 different situations and give you 10,000 different answers on ways to get out of them. At the end of the day, whatever situation you're in, let's decide, okay, we're gonna make a plan, we're gonna stick to it, we're gonna focus on what works, and we're gonna double down on what works. We're gonna constantly striving for better. We're gonna absolutely kill it at our jobs. We're gonna absolutely kill it in our business. And we're gonna find as many things as we can do to improve our lives. Maybe, for me at least, that's going to the gym. Recently, that's been a big thing that I've been taking on. I was telling Zayden I bought a thing of creatine, and it's like, I thought I was getting like a 24 serving thing, but it's like a 100 serving thing of creatine. It was like $20. And I'm like, when I first moved out, when I, became an adult effectively, that was the hardest thing for me, was spending money on my health. And so I either didn't eat or I ate like crap because it was cheap. And now, two and a half, almost 3 years later, I'm sitting in a position where my life's changed constantly and it's continuing to change even now. And I'm both excited and terrified. And, it feels like you just start getting to a good place, and then the rug rips out from under you. Things immediately change. And I feel like that's the beauty of life. Well, yes, we should be doing, we should be going 100% every week and maxing everything. To get out of debt, to build an emergency fund, to have a strong intensity, to persevere. Holidays are a special time where opportunities are there. Times are there, and most people don't want to work those holiday shifts. And so be the one that stands out, picks it up, throws in that extra, maybe you get holiday pay. That's always kind of dope. But be the one to stand up, pick it up, pay off that debt, save, invest, build a better life today so that you can live the best life tomorrow. And so I know that in the holiday season, some videos like this come out, but I really wanted to get on here, and I hope this video outlives me. I hope people come back to this video in a sense of motivation, so that, if you're having a hard time, because I know seasons, life goes ups and downs. That's the beauty and the scary part about it, is life can be terrifyingly beautiful. And so I want to say I'm proud of all of you. If you're on this channel, there's a good likelihood you're either, again, my mother or the 9 other people that watch this channel. And I know all of you are working hard. You're pushing through to build something bigger than yourselves, so that we can be outrageously generous, so that we can be. And so I want to focus up. I want to say, hey, look, we have our families. We have people we need to take care of. And even if you're just by yourself, take care of yourself so that you can be outrageously generous to other people. Part of being on this planet is building yourself up. That's part of what this country is building yourself up to be more than what you think you can be, whether that's in your fitness, whether it's in your health, your money, whatever it might be. Maybe it's in your business, building yourself up, your business up, so that we can really change the world around us. And that starts on Main Street. That starts with who you are. So again, I'm proud of all of you on this channel. We're building a richer life tomorrow. Happy holidays, and I'll see you on the next one. Adios.